1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Meron po tayong nalampasan na mga versikulo sa chapter 4. Ginawa ko po yan dahil gusto ko pong magkasunod yung when Christ comes and the day of the Lord. But now, go back po tayo sa Matthew, 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. At ang ating teksto ngayon ay makikita po mga kapatid dito sa 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verses 9 to 12. At babasahin ko po ito mga kapatid sa wikang Tagalog. Kung mayroon po kayong mga Bible, ay makibasa kayo sa akin. Verse 9, ang ganito po ang sinasabi, tungkol naman sa pag-ibig na dapat iukol sa mga kapatid sa pananampalataya, hindi na kailangang paalalahanan pa kayo dahil itinuro na sa inyo ng Diyos kung paano kayo mag-iibigan. Verse 10, at ito na nga ang ginagawa ninyo sa mga kapatid sa buong Macedonia. Gayunman, ipinapakiusap pa rin namin sa inyo, mga kapatid, na pag-ibayuhin pa ninyo ang inyong pag-ibig. Verse 11, pagsikapan ninyong mamuhay ng tahimik, pakialaman ang sariling gawain, at magtrabaho kayo upang mabuhay tulad ng itinuro namin sa inyo. And verse 12, last verse, dahil dito, kayo ay igagalang ng mga hindi mananampalataya at hindi kayo aasa sa iba para sa inyong ikabubuhay. So yan po, mga kapatid, ang ating mababasa sa 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verses 9 to 12. So, alam niyo mga kapatid, itong lesson na ito ay napakaganda sana kung andyan tayo sa church building. But, even though mga kapatid, andito tayo sa on-air, sana itong lesson na ito ay ating may turo kung saan man tayo ng mga lokal na congregation. May apply natin as individual Christians kung saan man tayo nabilong na local congregation. So, makikita natin mga kapatid kung paano ipinakita ng banal na kasulatan dito na ma-improve ang ating relasyon sa bawat isa. Ito po ang pinaka-layunin dito mga kapatid, na ma-improve ang ating relasyon sa bawat isa. Sa pamamagitan sa pagbasa natin ng mga talatang ito. Now, we considered how we are members of one another. Di ba? If we are members of one another, ibig sabihin tayo ay magtulungan sa bawat isa. We are to bear with one another. Hindi lamang yan, serve one another. Hindi lamang yan, speaking to one another properly, have humility toward another, honor one another, confessing and praying for one another, encouraging one another, submitting to one another, and forgiving one another. I hope, mga kapatid, that this series of lessons has been pakipakinabang, profitable, para sa iyo, para sa akin, para sa ating lahat. At ito'y nakahikayat, naka-encourage sa inyo, sa akin, to grow together with each other as God's family. Our final command that we will look at is one that is critically important. Napakalaga ito nga kapatid for Christians to show. And that is to love one another. Palagi natin itong naririnig sa ating pagsamba. Para palagi na itong nababanggit sa ating mga bunganga. Palagi na itong lumalabas sa ating mga bunganga. But the question, how to love one another? Ano yung gagawin natin? Na may pakita natin na talaga na hindi lamang galing sa ating bunganga, ang pagmamahal natin sa bawat isa na bilang pamilya ng Diyos. Also, would like to welcome and special shout out to Brother Rodel Garcia. Thank you bro for watching dito po sa Angel Radio. Ano yung mga bagay, di ba? Paragi na itong very, very common itong mga words na ito sa atin, di ba? Love one another. We love one another. But how? Paano natin ito ginagawa? Paano, mga kapatid? Yan ang tanong. Here in John chapter 11, verses 34 and 35, ganito po ang ating mababasa. A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. So dito natin makikita, mga kapatid, that kahit si John ay binabanggit niya, hindi lamang si Apostle Paul, halos lahat ng mga nagsulat ng banal na kasulatan, lalong na dito sa New Testament, sa Bagong Tipan, ay nababanggit nila itong love one another. Ito sanang characteristics of love, mga kapatid, ay makikita in everything we do as disciples of Christ. Bilang tagasunod ng ating Panginoon. Ito sana mga kapatid, makikita ng bawat isa. Hindi lamang sa ating mga kapatiran, hindi lamang sa mga inside the walls of the church building, but also outside the walls, meaning sa mga tagalabas, na makita nila itong characteristic of love sa ating buhay. As true followers of our Lord Jesus Christ, we are claiming to be the true followers. It is easy, brothers and sisters, to claim that I am a true Christian. I am a Christian. I am a member of the Lord's church. I am a member of Christ's church. Member of the Church of Christ. But nakikita ba sa ating buhay itong pagmamahal? Nakikita ba ng ating doon, yung ating kapitbahay? Alam nyo, mga kapatid, ang pinakamahirap na hikayatin na isama sa pagsamba ay ang ating mga kapitbahay. Mag-comment kayo kung totoo o hindi. Na ang pinakamahirap kumbinsihin na maging Kristiyano katulad mo, na mapunta sa pananampalataya na katulad mo, ay ang ating mga neighbors, ang ating mga kapitbahay. Why? Sometimes, hindi nila nakikita yung pagmamahal as true disciples of Christ. Gaya nga ng sinabi ng ating Panginoon Hesus, tayo'y kanyang minamahal at mahalin natin din ang bawat isa. So sana'y ma-recognize natin ito by this comparison that we are called to deeply love one another. Sacrificially. Mayroon sa sacrifice talaga. Sacrificially. Just as Jesus did for us. Ang pagmamahal ni Kristo sa atin ay hindi natin masasabing walang sacrifice. Nag-sacrifice. And I would like to have a special shout out to Brother Christopher Buyet de la Cruz Agustin and Sister Chere Kiban Agustin na nasa New Jersey. Magandang gabi sa inyo dyan sa New Jersey, Buyet and Chere. We miss you so much. Kumusta na kayo dyan? Yan po, mga kapatid, ang ating sabi ni Brother Amor, sinabi niya dito, Brad Hilario, dumaan po ako surgery operation below the knee, amputation sa kadailanang sakit ko na diabetes. Thanks po sa prayer, Brad Hilario. Yes, kapatid, salamat sa iyong paglalahad. Hintayin ko na ikaw maglalahad, no? Kasi minsan may mga tao, may mga kapatid na ayaw ipaalam kung ano yung sitwasyon. So, mas gusto kong manggaling mismo sa kinauukulan. So, ipag-pray po natin si Brother Amor, mga kapatid, sa kanyang pinagdadaanan. I know, hindi basta-basta mahirap, hindi basta-basta tanggapin ito, but mga kapatid, kung mayroon po tayong pananampalataya, ipasa Diyos natin ang lahat. i-comfort tayo at by our prayers, no? Madali po natin ito matanggap because we are Christians. And we don't know the purpose of God. Why? Sa akin, Brother Amor, hindi ko alam. Ikaw siguro ay napaghandaan mo yan. Di ba? Napaghandaan mo yan. Mapunta muna tayo dito mga kapatid. Napaghandaan mo yan na mangyayari sa iyo. But for me, and Brother Noy Holoya, instant, with a twinkling of an eye, na change ang aming buhay. So, mas mahirap, sa akin mas mahirap kong tanggapin na hindi na ako makakalakad, na kahapon lamang ay nakakalakad ako, pagka kinabukasan, hindi na, paralyzed na. So, yan ang mahirap. But, if we are truly believing God, may plano ang Diyos. At, ito, ako ngayon, Brother Amor, just pray. At pag-pray ka namin din. Okay? And also, Brother Yulidin Almendras, joining with us. Magandang umaga sa iyo, kapatid. Salamat sa iyong panonood din. So, dito mga kapatid, no? Ang pagmamahal pala sa ating kapwa ay may kaakibat na sakripisyo. Why? Kasi ganito ang ginawa ng ating Panginoon Hesus. Hindi lamang niya tayo minahal na walang ginawa. May sacrifice. Di ba, Brother Nathan? May sacrifice ang ginawa ng ating Panginoon. Hindi basta-basta. As I've said, napakadaling sabihin, I love you. Napakasabing, Brad, we love you. Sister, we love you. But, paano mo yan o paano natin yan ipapakita na talagang ating minamahal na iyan na mga kapatiran? Mayroon bang sacrifice na nangyari gaya ng ginawa ng ating Panginoon sa kanyang pagmamahal sa atin na siya ay napapako doon sa cross? This love is supposed to be so transforming that all people malaman nila that we are disciples of Jesus because, mga kapatid, sa pagmamahal ay pinakita natin sa kanila. An apostle Peter tells us that we are to love one another with a pure and sincere heart. In 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 22. So, mga kapatid, as I've said, hindi lamang sa Apostle Paul, hindi lamang sa Apostle John, andyan sa Apostle Peter, sinasabi, lahat, halos. Napaka-common itong topic na ito. But, dahil sa napaka-common, parang wala lang. How? Paano natin papakita? The Apostle Paul ay sinulatan niya mga taga-Salonica about the need for them to love one another. Mga kapatid. Here, makikita natin sa kanyang sulat sa kanila, sa verse 9 and 10, Now concerning brotherly love, you have no need for anyone to write to you. For you yourselves have been taught by God to love one another. For that indeed is what you are doing to all the brothers throughout Macedonia. But we urge you, brothers, to exil, that is in ASB, do this more and more. No? Do this more and more. Napakagandang introduction sa topic na ito. Itong pagsusulat dito ng Apostle Paul. Special shout out to my cousin, Aiza Ordin. Ay, pamangkin ko na pala ito. Pamangkin ko, Aiza Ordin, all the way from Malamuti, North Cotabato. And sa mga 15 elsewhere, good morning, good evening. Thank you for tuning in here on Angel Radio. And Sister Rodura Gordolan Junicio, magandang umaga sa iyo, Bagabigat. Thank you for watching at sa iyo kapatiran natin dyan at sa iyong buong pamilya. No? Dito natin makita mga kapatid sa Apostle Paul, sinulatan niya sila about loving one another but tells them that he does not need to write to them about it because tinuruan sila ng Diyos. They have been taught by God. Itong mga kapatiran na ito, mga kapatid, itong mga Kristiyano ito na sinulatan ng Apostle Paul, alam nila at naintindihan nila that loving one another was a critical characteristic. If we do not love one another, then we are not disciples of Jesus. Ito sasabihin nila, oh, napakasakit mo naman magsalita. Yes. Because a true disciple of Christ, ang totoong sumusunod sa kay Kristo, tagasunod ni Kristo, ay minamahal niya ang kanyang kapwa. Pero kung hindi natin minamahal ang ating kapwa, hindi tayo totoong tagasunod ni Kristo. If we do not love one another, then we are not disciples of our Lord Jesus Christ. Yan ang katotohanan, mga kapatid. Here, mga kapatid, in Isaiah chapter 54, verse 13, sabi niya, all your children shall be taught by the Lord, and great shall be the peace of your children. Also in 1 John chapter 4, verse 7 and 8, Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God. And whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love. Memorize natin ito God is love. 1 John 4:8, God is love. Hindi man lang doon Meron pa doon sa unahan. Ang alam natin, God is love. But if we know that God is love, dapat alam din natin na ang pagmamahal sa kapwa. Dahil sabi niya, ang hindi marunong magmahal sa kanyang kapwa ay hindi niya alam kung ano talaga ang Diyos. Dahil ang Diyos ay pagmamahal. Yes, not only were they loving each other, they were loving Christians all throughout the region of Macedonia. So makikita niyo, mga kapatid, kung gaano kalawak o narating ng pagmamahal ng mga taga Thessalonica hanggang sa rehiyon ng Macedonia. Iba ka ang ating pagmamahal, hindi pa makalabas sa ating bahay. Hindi pa makarating sa ating pinakaunang kapitbahay, ikalawang kapitbahay, ikatatlong kapitbahay. You see? Ito na makikita, pinapakita ng Diyos through Apostle Paul. How to show our love, o kung ano ang nagagawa ng pagmamahal. Nakilala ang mga Kristiyano doon sa Thessalonica, sa buong rehiyon ng Macedonia, dahil sa kanilang pagmamahal. But there are ways that we show love to each other that we may be neglecting. Sometimes, mga kapatid, we can have a shallow picture of what it looks like to love one another. Since Apostle Paul has no need to write about all of the reasons why that the brethren in Thessalonica need to love each other, since they are doing this already, brothers and sisters, Apostle Paul teaches them some deeper, mas malalim pa na aplikasyon of what it looks like to love each other. Pakinggan natin, mga kapatid, ang sinasabi ng Apostle Paul sa verse 10 to 12. Well, you brothers, do this more and more, and to aspire to live quietly, and to mind your own affairs, and to work with your hands, as we instructed you, so that you may walk properly before outsiders, and be dependent on no one. Mga kapatid, Jesus said that the world, ang buong sanlibutan, makikilala kayo na ay tunay na tagasunod ni Kristo because of how we love one another. Mga outsiders, sana ang makakita sa atin na meron tayong pagmamahal. Anong ibig kong sabihin, mga kapatid? Anong ibig kong sabihin? Para mas maintindihan natin itong sinasabi kong pagmamahal na ipinakita o itinuturo ni Apostle Paul doon sa mga taga-Tesalonica at tayo sa ngayon na nagbabasa at nakikinig sa kanyang sulat. What this means is that how we love or how we live, no? How we live our lives from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 6 days. How we live our lives from Monday to Saturday. Ito ba'y may impact sa mga tao na iniisip nila na tayo may Diyos sa ating buhay? Na tayo ay tunay na tagasunod ni Kristo. Loving one another is not something that only happens inside of the church building, brothers and sisters, and also in your own family, physical family. What do we mean when we are at home has an impact to the world? What we do while at work? Ito ba ay nagpapasa ng mensahe to another people? What we do when we are engaged in our hobbies, in our course, will say something to the world around us. You know, Apostle Paul is observing this truth in these verses. So, what does Apostle Paul urge these Christians to do? Ano? Ano pa ang mas malalim na gusto niyang ipaalam sa mga Kristiyano? Alam na niya na itong mga Kristiyano ito ay na ipinapakita na nila ang kanilang pagmamahal at sila ay nakilala nga sa buong rehiyon ng Macedonia. Pero ano pa yung gusto niyang ipaalam sa kanila at sa atin rin ngayon yung pinaka matindi pang pagpapakita ng ating pagmamahal upang ang mga outsiders ay makita nila na ikaw, ako, tayo ay may Kristo sa buhay. Sa pamagitan ng ating pagpapakita ng ating pagmamahal sa Kanya, not only in words, not by our lips, but by our works, with our sacrifices. I would like also to welcome Brother Daniel Beronilla and also Brother Hildardo Sobrevilla Castillo. Magandang umaga sa inyo mga kapatid. Thank you for watching. Ano pa kaya? Yung mas malalim pa. Basahin natin mga kapatid sa verse 11. Sabi niya dito, and to aspire to live quietly, and to mind your own affairs, and to work with your hands as we instructed you. Aspire to live quietly. Mag-ambisyon tayo mga kapatid sa ating buhay na mamuhay tayo ng quiet. Ano bang quiet sa Tagalog? Make it your ambition to live a quiet life. Isa sa mga instruction na Apostle Paul sa mga taga-Tesalonica at sa atin pong lahat, mga kapatid na namumuhay at nagsasabing tayo'y Kristiyano at tagasunod ni Kristo. Loving others means living peaceful lives that are free from hostility and conflict toward others. Baka, imbis na tayo ang instrument ng peace, excuse me, sa ating mga kinaroroonan, baka tayo ang pasimula na walang kapayapaan. You see? Baka tayo ang problema sa ating mga excuse me po. Dito makikita natin, make your ambition to live a quiet life. Aspire to live quietly. As Christians. Sana po, ito ang ating makikita. Sandali lang po. Excuse me for a while. So dito po natin makikita na hindi po tayo sana maging simula ng kaguluhan sa ating mga komunidad. We live quietly. Meaning, not drawing attention to ourselves. Minsan, kailangan tayo maging siga sa ating para makilala tayo. No. We live quietly, not drawing attention to ourselves. We live in a world right now that really encourages us to make a lot of noise and draw lots of attention to ourselves. But, you know, we are Christians. Christians are not looking for a crowd. Christians are not looking for attention. Christians are not desiring people to look at us. We do not cause conflicts and make problems. People get along with us. We do not stir the pot. We do not make matters worse. Ano ang sinasabi dito na Pastor Paul is that we make it our ambition to be quiet. Isipin natin mga kapatid sa ang ating Panginoong Hesus sa kanyang buhay. Consider who he is and what he came to do. He did not make a lot of noise. He did not draw a lot of attention to himself. Ang ating Panginoon, mga kapatid, ay hindi siya gumawa o nag-cause lamang o naghahanap ng trouble. O kung pupunta siya sa isang lugar, ay magdadala siya ng mga parang drums o ano ba yung tawag nila yan na parang parade na dumarating ang isang napakataas na tao. No, hindi yan ginawa ng ating Panginoon Hesus. You know, brothers and sisters, trouble came and attention came because he was doing God's will. At ipinapakita niya, mga kapatid, the glory of God through his teachings and actions. But he did not make a display of himself intentionally. Neither should we make a display of ourselves as followers of him, as followers of Christ. Make it our goal to be quiet and live a quiet life. That's the number one. Second, Apostle Paul says that we show love by paying attention to our own affairs. Mind your own affairs. In other words, mind your own business. We do not meddle in the affairs of others. We are not nosy, desiring to know everything that is going on with everyone else. Meddling is not love, mga kapatid. Ang pakikialam mo sa business ng iba ay hindi pagmamahal. Ang pakikialam mo kung ano ang nangyayari sa kanyang buhay ay hindi pagmamahal. Ang inuukray natin, ano bang tawag? kinakalkal natin kung ano ang nangyari sa kanyang buhay ay hindi pagmamahal. We can have a preoccupation of wanting to know what everyone else is doing. We want to know what is going in their lives. We want all the gossip. We want all the details. Brethren, it is not that we are showing a genuine care for the person, but we are gratifying our own desires of wanting to know kung ano ang nangyari. We want to be in the know. Diba? We want to be in the know. Special shout out to Brother Fred Sarmiento. Bro, salamat sa iyong panonood. Good morning. Pero ito ay hindi pagmamahal, mga kapatid. This is not love. Let people open up to you. Hayaan mo na siyang magpahayag, hindi ikaw ang kakalkal. Lalong-lalo kung tayo'y Kristiyano. Do not pry into their lives. Let them reveal what they will about themselves as they get to know as they get to know you, as they get to know us. At higit sa lahat, sila'y manalig sa atin. Mayroon silang trust sa atin. Ibig sabihin, build a relationship of love and trust so that you can share your lives with each other. No one wants others prying. There are some things that we are just not ready to share it. Yes. May mga bagay sa ating buhay na hindi tayo handa na ipahayag sa iba. Kung isipin natin kung tayo may mga bagay na hindi natin ayaw natin ipahayag sa iba, bakit tayo kakalkal sa buhay ng iba? Ikaw nga ayaw mo. Yun yung nating isipin. There may be some things that we just cannot speak about it. Or hindi pa natin talagang kayang sabihin. Alam nyo, lahat tayo ay may mga pains and hurts sa ating buhay. And you know, we work through those things with each other in different ways, with different people at different times. We have to recognize this with each other. Be there for each other, but do not dig. Dahil unsolicited advice is terrible. Unsolicited advice is terrible. Para maintindihan nyo, mga kapatid, ang aking sinasabi, balikan natin sa ating isipan kung ano ang nangyari kay Job. Makailang ulit ang kanyang mga kaibigan na sinabi na kung ano ang kanilang sinasabi sa buhay ni Job. Yung tatlong kaibigan niya. How often the friends of Job would tell him what they would do if they were him. But you know, you are not Job. And you do not know his circumstances. You are not Brother Amor Solo o Brother Amor. You are not Brother Noy. Lalo na, hindi kayo ako. You do not know our circumstances kung mayroon namang pinagdadaanan. It is high arrogance to tell someone what you would do. You know, if people ask you, if people ask you, then you can tell them what you did. But do not be proud as if you have all the answers. Apostle Paul says, mind your own business. Mind your own affairs. Attend to your own business. That's the number 2. Third, we are to work with our hands. As verse 11 says, ang pagiging tamad at walang ginagawa is how you get in a lot of trouble. Being idle and doing nothing is how you get in a lot of trouble. Marami na akong nakita na mga tao who were struggling with sins, and one of the reasons why they were struggling was because they were idle. They were not working. They were not keeping active. You know, work is something God has given to men and women. Sometimes people think that work was the product of Adam's sin and the fall. But before sin was, dito sa mundong ito, listen to what God said. No? Mga kapatid, pakinggan natin kung ano ang sinasabi ng Diyos. Here in Genesis chapter 2 verse 15. The Lord God took the man and put him in the garden of Eden. To what? For what? To work it and keep it. Mga kapatid, all humans are to work. Now, this does not mean that everyone has to have a corporate job or else they are sinning. But men and women are to keep busy with work. Brethren, listen to what Apostle Paul taught to women to do. In Titus chapter 2, verses 3 to 5. Older women likewise are to be reverent in behavior, not slanderers or slaves to much wine. They are to teach what is good, and so train the young women to love their husbands and children, to be self-controlled, pure, working at home, kind, and submissive to their own husbands, that the word of God may be revived. Friends, brethren, we are to keep ourselves busy with work. You know, doing nothing is bad in God's eyes. Yung walang ginagawa, hindi maganda yan sa harapan ng Diyos. Doing nothing is a bad sight in God's eyes. Special shout out to Sister Tisla or Brother Kirk Pankey sa Sorry, COC Sorry. Thank you for watching, brother. And also Sister Susan Imana from Cyprus. Good morning to you, sister. Open. Natawa ko dun, Sister Susana. And also Sister and Ma'am Elizabeth Sustiger joining with us. Thank you, Ma'am, for watching. Good morning to you. No? Mga kapatid, we have to keep ourselves busy with work, because doing nothing is bad in God's eyes. Whether we stay at home, or tayo retired na, or have some sort of physical difficulties like me, God tells us that we need to be doing something to keep ourselves occupied. Alam niyo, di ba mayroon tayong kasabihan? I don't know kung narinig nyo na ito. Isang English proverb that says, an idle mind is the devil's playground. Good afternoon to you, brother. Brother COC, sorry. Sabi niya, ang tamad na kaisipan ay siyang playground ni Satanas. An idle mind is the devil's playground. The proverb was originally rendered, Satan finds some mischief, no, for idle hands to do. The proverbs in the Word of God are filled with warnings about idleness, laziness, na siyang nagdadala ng napakaraming problema sa buhay. We always need to be looking to do good na mga trabaho, whether it is on the job, sa ating bahay, sa iglesia. But we must not allow our hands to grow idle. Idleness, brothers and sisters, friends, is dangerous to our souls and does not show love to others. Apostle Paul now states the reason for these instructions. So that you may walk properly before outsiders and dependent on no one. Walk properly and not dependent. Ang layunin ng Diyos is that we would stay out of trouble and not need others to support us. Live quietly, mind your own business, and work with our hands so that we will not cause problems to those who are outsiders and will not be in need for others to have to financially care for us. Mga kapatid, we need to hear these words because our culture is moving toward a way of thinking that was similar to the Greek or Roman world. Marami dito sa Pilipinas, ayaw magtrabaho. Ang lalusog ng mga katawan, ang lalaki ng mga katawan, ayaw magtrabaho. Humihingi lamang. Nag-i-squat ng mga bahay, yung mga kadamay group. Ang tatamad. Gusto magkaroon ng bahay instantly. Gusto ng kabuhayan instantly. Ayaw magtrabaho. Ito yung nasa mga kaisipan, buhay ng mga Grego-Roman, mga kapatid. We think people should take care of us. Why do I have to work? Why do I have to do anything? Let others take care of me. This way of thinking is wrong in God's eyes, brothers and sisters and friends. We are not walking properly before the world if we think this way. We are not, or we do not intrude or gossip and display diligence in our work. God says that we make the gospel credible. We are showing another facet of love when we do these things. We are to live our lives in such a way not to assume others to have to care for us. Makikita natin dito ang balance. This is the balance we see in the first century church. Yes, makikita natin. Brethren, brothers and sisters, people were selling their positions and properly to help each other who had need. But this was not to be a replacement for working with your own hands so that you would not have to rely on others financially. To do this would be sin. Kasalanan ito mga kapatid. In fact, Apostle Paul addresses this even stronger in his second letter to these Thessalonians. Mga kapatid, you want to know that? 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verses 10 to 11. 10 and 11. For even when we were with you, we would give you this command. If anyone is not willing to work, let him not eat. For we hear that some among you walk in idleness, not busy at work, but busy bodies. Friends, brethren, we are ready to help, but we do not enable idle hands. Love others means we will aspire to live quiet lives. Mind our own affairs, mind our own business. Work with our hands so that the world will see, mga kapatid, that we are Christians. All people will know we are Jesus' disciples because we love one another. This is another way, brothers and sisters, we show this love. Mga kapatid, walk properly before those who are not Christians, and be dependent on no one. Loving others goes far deeper and much farther than we sometimes think. Everything we do, mga kapatid, even Monday to Saturday, must show our love for God and for one another. Not just on Sunday, but also from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We must show our love for God and for one another. I will play the song, Love One Another.